spreads, totals, props. Lots of ways to win money, but also lots of ways to lose. It's time for some sharp analysis. All sports, all over the globe, all the time. Home of the Guest Bettor jackpot, it's CorBET. Here is your host, Dylan Corbett.
All right, welcome in. We've got our new guest bettor here on CorBET. Guy new in college, and we'll learn a little bit more how he got into sports betting. I believe both of us were pretty much post-college once this boom happened. But you moved out to Tennessee, so we knew each other from Peoria in Illinois, which obviously is sports betting now, but you guys just legalized it too in Tennessee, right? So when did you get into it? This is Drew Hitson, by the way.
How's it going? So I started sports gambling. So me and my wife got married, and when we were engaged and we were talking about going on our bachelor party and everything, me and all my friends had this like great idea. We used to always just sit in my buddy's basement during March Madness. We'd take like that first week and just sit in the basement. We get four or five TVs, watch all the games. And so for the bachelor party, we're like, oh, let's just go to Vegas. Let's go to Vegas for the first week. And that was when COVID hit and everything. So lost out on that whole opportunity. Never got to go to Vegas, didn't get to do any of that stuff. So then, with the loss of pretty much all sports betting, sports in general, I was just like, when it came back around, I was like, man, I just got to get back.
Got to get into
throw
it.
Money
right.
out. And it was always like when I first started sports gambling, I was betting on the Bears and the Sox, and they were bad at that point. Now,
right.
Bears are still bad, but the Sox started to come around now. So that was kind of the start of it. And then, we've had the on and off of bad runs and quitting and then starting back up.
Right. It's all about kind of finding, you just get better at something the more you work at it. Yes, married gang. Let's get it. That's funny you say that because I was during the Pac-12 tournament was my bachelor party in Vegas, and we went, and that was right when everything got shut down. We still made the most of it, but yeah, that's funny. So let's get down to the picks. You're into the NBA. I am as well. Let's get yours out here first, as you've got 7 plays for us again. Kicking us off on a Friday, a huge slate here in the NBA.
Yeah, I'm kind of in deep with a parlay here. I got a 17 parlay. So I got the Hawks tonight -3.5, and I got Pacers -3.5 as well. Knicks -1, Nets -7, Clippers -5.5, Sixers -6.5, and then the Mavs +4.
Okay, love it. So officially, are you singling these and then parlaying them to see if you could do as well, or are you just going balls to the wall?
Straight most of the time. So I actually have other picks. So that's like my one big parlay. I always throw in just one like absurd, crazy parlay.
Sure.
The thing I've really been going with recently is like the same game player props for the most part.
Yeah. Do you have any of those for tonight? So again, I like the parlay. So what we're doing here is, give out an official play, whether it be one, you win, you move on to the next day, 7 days positive. You got any like a 3-play card? We love the parlay that you want to officially put out there.
I got a 4-play card that I think is perfect.
Love it.
So it's during that Nets game, Nets Thunder. So Joe Harris is a stud.
Yes. Everybody
loves Joe Harris. So Joe Harris made threes, 2.5. So over 2.5. Kyrie over 4.5 rebounds. Joe Harris over 13.5 points, and then Kyrie to score over 20 points.
I love it. Let's key in on one game, some player props. One I do like is in Indiana. I've been hitting Sabonis on his rebounds. I love him. He got injured, so that's why I think he went under the total last couple times, but this dude's an animal. He feasts on the glass. So I like his over. That's my a little player prop for you. Good to get you on, Drew. We hope to see you again tomorrow. Let's cash.
Let's do it.
All right. You just heard from Guest Bettor Drew Hitson, working from downtown Minneapolis as our guy, Matthew Weiss, back live here. We both had our red day finally after a couple of nice cashes here. It's been a profitable week for Wall Street. Well, not Wall Street for us. And then here on the sports betting side too. All right, college hoops again. It's kind of the free-for-all Friday with all these weird colleges going. Not exactly the heightened slate in top 25, but a good one. Your neck of the woods in Illinois, Iowa. Are you touching that one? Maybe not, but you've got your card for us.
Yeah, I will be touching that.
Okay,
Absolutely.
great.
I'm trying to wait till the dust settles. I actually expected that to be like Iowa +2 or Iowa minus as a favorite. I was kind of surprised to see Illinois favorite, and then the line actually moved towards them. Open -2, got up to
Right.
3. It's back at 2.5 now. I'll see if it sneaks into like the 1.5 range. That'll be a play for sure, but not yet. Starting like you said with some random games. I have Bellarmine University. I know you've faded these guys a couple times earlier in the year when we didn't know what they were doing. They played Duke for sure, maybe Kentucky also. I don't remember. Anyway, I got them -8 against Kennesaw State. Bellarmine is 7-3 against the number. Kennesaw State actually covering at a good clip themselves, but they're a much better offensive team. Shoot almost 10 percentage points higher from the field, which is an astronomical amount. They really have an advantage everywhere here. I like them -8. Same conference, the A-Sun, Liberty.
Correct.
Class of that conference against Jacksonville, that's Liberty, -10.5. Buy that down to 10. Again, Liberty 10-4 against the number. Jacksonville not covering less than 50% of the time. Again, though, just a much better all-around team. Liberty shoots really well. They do not turn it over. I like them there. Game I really like tonight, and that is in the Atlantic 10. I have SLU +2. I think they went outright. I would have taken money line, except it was even money. And if I can get 2 points for basically $5, I'm going to take that every time. So basically, these teams are very similar. They do everything. They do most things well, but SLU has a huge rebounding advantage here. Absolutely astronomical. They out rebound their opponents by 10 a game, and Richmond gets out rebounded by 5 a game. That's a big difference. I think that's the difference in this game. And SLU gets a much needed road win after losing as a 9-point favorite against Dayton. And then 2 West Coast games. This first one was supposed to be played yesterday. That is Northern Colorado against Northern Arizona. They moved it to today out of an abundance of caution for some protocols or procedures. But I have NOCO -5 here. Again, much better offensive team. Northern Arizona actually one of the worst offensive teams in the entire country. They don't look to score. They play at an extremely slow pace. I like NOCO there. And then last one, coming off of a bit of a layoff because of some COVID issues. They did play last week, but against like a D3 school, so I don't really count that. That is Grand Canyon University,
Our squad.
-4 against New Mexico State. New Mexico State is a team that they've only played one game against the Division I opponent, so they're 4-1 on paper, but they're 0-1 against the number because the other 4 did not count. Grand Canyon, on the other hand, is 8-2 against the spread. So you'll probably notice this is the first time on this podcast that I've said against the spread numbers for college basketball. Now we're getting into that point where we have some data. That's obviously it is the last thing I look at because shooting, rebounding ability is much more important in this game, but we are getting to that point where it's nice to know who's covering and who's not.
Trends.
Grand Canyon, like Drake, exactly. So yeah, Grand Canyon comes back. Both of these teams, very good rebounding teams. That's Grand Canyon's a big advantage. They have 2 7-footers, Twin Towers, but they're an exceptional shooting team all around, scoring team, not from 3, but down low in the paint. They get good shots. I think they win here today.
Love it. There's the College Hoops card. Again, make sure to follow us on the Action Network. I say it every time. It's a great app if you are a sports bettor, and you can follow our kind of live, up-to-date plays.
Did you see? So yesterday I had Tulane team total under.
Oh my! I was at the gym. I saw they had 14 points at half, and then they went over.
And then it went over. It was because Houston was up by 30 at half. So I guess that was the worst thing that could have happened because they obviously didn't play defense. But
just brutal.
Brutal.
I'm sitting on Monmouth right now. That was an afternoon game. It looks good. So I might have 2 college basketball plays for you here at the end of this pod. Only one I've got for you right now. Let's head to the ice. Yes, the only game. I like the under 5.5. This is gone under at a full point. It's moved, and with only 20% of the bets. What's going on? We're going under. He's Matthew Crusen. I'm Dylan Corbett. Let's cash. I'll finish out here with some college hoops. All right, let's wrap up here on CorBET. Yeah, I'm throwing some missiles here. Feeling pretty good this week. We got college hoops, Got 6 plays here for you to wrap things up. Let's play the under in Jacksonville. Liberty under 129.5. I like Wisconsin Green Bay on the road at Cleveland State +4. Did I go against somebody there? I went against Ty. Sorry, I like checking to see what I've got here on the action. Sorry, Ty, I didn't mean it. I like Green Bay +4 under 145 against in the UC Davis, California Davis game under 145. I don't know why I'm talking like an auctioneer, but it feels right. Gardner Webb -7.5. They host High Point. Gardner Webb's a better team, -7.5. I like Ohio +2.5, live dog at Buffalo. How about Appalachian State -4? They are at Troy. And I'll wrap up my rapid fire auctioneer card here in college hoops. Let's cash.